How can you ethically invest in Palantir? You added the word ethically. I didn't. Let me tell you something. If by me not investing in something, it would stop it, then I could see your point. It's inevitable. It's like saying, how can you put your money in something that could do harm in this world? So you're telling me if I don't invest my money that it won't do harm? No. Is it inevitable? Yes. But you know, can I make money along the way? Listen, this is an inevitability. You can either make more money on the way to inevitability or not make more money on the way to inevitability. It's not going to change it. So you might as well make something off of it. That's how I look at it. Wow, bro, wish I could go back in time and invest in Hitler. That was your response? You could have come up with a million analogies and that's what you came up with? Like literally that's what you came up with? That's what you came up with. Should I give you another chance? Bro, I don't care, LMAO. No, you care. You care. No, bro. You can't. No. I'm a lurker. No, you're not. You a superstar right now, my friend. Take advantage. How can you ethically invest in Palantir? Well, I've been in Palantir a long time. The company's going to grow. I bet you wish you could go back in time and invest in Hitler. I mean, listen. No, I don't. You want to know why? Because I've bought into companies that were delisted and I lost my money. If that's the game you want to play right now. That's like going back and investing in Enron, little bro. What a dumb response. It's not even the Hitler part. It's like you pick somebody who offed themselves, allegedly. Like, why would I invest in a company I know is going to go bankrupt? Like, I can't even play your game with you. The dude that made that analogy is also here calling all Republicans Hitler. Let him feel superior for a moment. I'm just chilling, my bad. You came up with those two things that you said. You asked me how I could ethically invest in Palantir, and then you said that I wish I could go back in time and invest in Hitler. And now you're saying I'm just chilling. I would hate to see it when you're not chilling. Thank you for the early morning content, though. I didn't take my beta blockers yet. It sounds like you took some fucking beta supplements. All right, I'm just going to be real with you. But hey, thanks for lurking, man. I'm going to get back to the market now. Funny enough, part of the reason I gained a lot of knowledge is just by watching shit that wasn't directly about what I was like looking at, but like had something to do with it. And I just kind of picked up a lot of info along the way. And that's kind of how I do it now. Like, it's just, you'd be surprised what you can learn. It's not like you're learning. It's not like I'm teaching you. I'm just like giving you information in a more digestible way. What was the best trade of all time for you? Do you mean by like the one that made me the most money, or the one that I thought like I liked, it was my best trade because I feel like I saw something other people didn't? Like, what do you mean? My best trade all time. I don't know. It depends on how you quantify that. Like, I love when we get into something, we see something before everyone else and we put the pieces together and it works out. I mean, Palantir is probably my best trade of all time. I was huge on it in 2021, 2022. I started buying around 17, then 13, then 11, then 9, then 7. And I was a big advocate of why it was going to be big. Not because of what everybody was talking about, but because of the CIA funding that created it, the PayPal mafia whole thing, the connections with the CIA to the government, and that pipeline of what government contracts were going to come down the line from it. And, you know, that was my largest non-like blue chip or ETF holding at one point. Wish it still was, but I would say Palantir's probably, in my opinion, my best trade of all time, but I still invested in a lot of it, so I wouldn't call it just like totally a trade. I don't know how to quantify it. I don't look at it from the amount of money I make. I like to look at it from like, you know, some people would say buying the absolute bottom and selling the absolute top. I don't really like have a best trade of all time. My worst trade of all time was when I was, I turned $10,000, and I wasn't doing it on purpose, but I turned $10,000 into $144,000 streaming, or like trading while I was streaming, and took all my trades, you know, live like I always do. And I did that. That was all good and great over a course of a year and a half, even through the 2022. My worst trade of all time was I decided, you know what, let me start a $10,000 portfolio. Just start a $10,000 portfolio and see what I can do with it. Like, cause that one wasn't on purpose. This one was. And so what I did was, unknowingly, I was trying to prove myself, right? I never have tried to prove I'm a good trader. I always say I'm just an idiot with a camera. I get lucky sometimes. So I wanted to prove, you know, like unintentionally, you know, oh, I'm going to prove that I can do this. And I was doing okay. And then a bank dropped 50% during the whole, regional bank crisis. And I would never normally buy something like that and hold it overnight, right? Like I would day trade it or try to get some money out, but I would never hold that overnight. So I did that with like a shitload of my portfolio. I broke my rules of no more than 10% in a single trade at a time, and I did all this other stuff, and I did that. And the next morning, 15 minutes before open, it halted. It opened up 2 weeks later in receivership and went from $100 a share to 10 cents a share. And I blew up that account in one trade. And the reason that I call that my worst trade is that not only because I lost the money, but because of the reason I was doing it. I was like, I'm trying to like make as much money in as short a time period of time on this account because I'm trying to improve something or impress people or trying to show, I don't know. And that was like, hey, here's a reminder. Just do what you do the way you do it for yourself. Don't worry about anybody else. And so that one was probably, in my opinion, my worst trade of all time. And that's why I said, that was a dumb thing for me to do. And, I don't want to ever do that again, because then I'm trying, to do it and doing stuff I normally wouldn't. And so, that was it. So I tell people, don't do what I do, but, if I can give you ideas, if I'm doing it my way of things to invest in long-term or to swing trade or whatever, take what I'm one tool in your tool bag, use it and do your own thing. And so ever since then, I've been more comfortable with what I'm doing. I would consider that my worst trade of all time.